All right, so this video is for you guys that like buying equipment used to try to salvage. I've put in lots of videos on how to salvage print heads and how to repair printers, but I keep finding that lots of people are buying these Truevis machines thinking that they're similar to the previous models. In my opinion, these machines are 5-6 year machines, and then they're ready for the garbage. Not up for discussion or argument. Everybody has their own opinion, but there's never going to be another 20-year printer like the SP540V, which I have one behind me over there. There's no more 20-year printers. This thing, 10 years tops, but for most, whenever it's time for their first out of service or out of warranty service call, they're going to say, I'm just going to buy a new one, because here I have a very low usage VG2. It has 20 print hours on it. I bought this as is from a bank. I bought it for $2,500, and I had to go pay to pick it up. I was aware that it had an error code whenever I bought it. The bank, that's why they sold it to me so cheap. They said that they had an error code, so I figured I'll take a gamble. I'm a gambler. Some I win, some I lose. This case, I'm gonna lose. And I'm not a big fan of these machines. There's so much more mechanical parts on this machine that I just do not like. So I'm gonna save some of you guys some grief and show you what we have going on here. Here we have our good old Flex Fire print heads. All they are is a Ricoh GH2220 that's been modified. But here we have them. Let's see if I can turn my flash on, my light on, so you can see. So here we have the print heads, and we have all these sensors. Let me see if I can find a pointing apparatus somewhere. Nope, I'm not gonna find it. But anyway, right here we have sensors on every damper. So if your damper does not have ink, it's gonna tell it, and you're not gonna print. There's so much more complex stuff about this machine than any other machine. These print heads all have flow. What I have is a big, huge electrical issue, and it was apparent whenever I opened up the machine that somebody had been in here. I could tell by the crinkled cable right there. And there's signs of ink. You know, I see some splatter of some cyan here and there. So somebody has been in this machine and they messed around and they screwed things up. I figured it was this head carriage board and the main board. Replaced those, put another $1,500 into the machine. I figured that the print heads were good. They all have flow. They did print just some weird electrical stuff, but all the print heads are blown. They are bad. That's permanent. I have to replace every one of these print heads at $1,200 a piece. This machine is not worth fixing. Now let me show you behind the machine what we have going on here. Most of the Roland printers, especially those that are refurbing these machines, or they're buying them to fix the ink systems based on gravity. There's so much more moving parts in this thing. There's pressure pumps that actually push the ink to the print heads, and that's why you have the damper sensors, so it doesn't blow your dampers out, because there's lots of pressure going on here. These are a lot better than the TR1 inks. If you come across the VG that has TR1 inks, you can expect to replace the entire ink system, because it turns to a paste, and typically there's no cleaning that. But inside here you really can't see very well, but there's pressure pumps to each side of the head. So there's 4 print heads. That means there's 8 pressure pumps that can clog up. Most of the parts on this machine cannot be found on DigiPrint supplies, or if they can, they're 30-day waiting period. You're forced to go through the dealer to get these parts. So just keep that in mind if you're buying them. These machines, they print awesome, but when it's time to repair them, they're just not going to be worth fixing. Let's see, anything else? Here you go, there's back to the head area. I wouldn't recommend buying these machines, because they are a nightmare. I can get you into service mode. A lot of people's gonna say don't buy them because you can't get into service mode. I already put a video out regarding service mode, but I just highly advise that if you are looking to fix up a machine, make it a VS or an SP, or one of them Epson head models, because these are a mess. I lost money here. It's a gamble. I actually won on one machine. I was doing very well. Bought an LEF 300 home run. Gonna make quite a bit of money, but I just lost it on this one, the entire profit. So it was a gamble. Be careful with what you buy.